everybody, Maestro here. Welcome to the Cons Court. Today we have PS5 Pro Technical Presentation hosted by Mark Cerny. Cerny? Don't know how to say that last name. It is #1 on trending. PlayStation released this about 9 hours ago. I wanted to go ahead and check this out. This obviously seems to be booming when it comes to what is popular right now on YouTube, and with this just happening, this is #1 on trending, like I said. So I wanted to go ahead and check this out. This is the 9-minute one. I know that there was one that was shorter, but it is probably more vague. I wanted to actually hear all about what's different between the two consoles, because I have the regular PS5, and I am perfectly content and happy with what I have. So I just wanted to see exactly what's going on with this one, what makes it so much better, and why we should even waste our money buying the Pro. You know what I mean? They don't look too overly different on a thumbnail.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table.
Jeez.
8 Zen 2 CPU cores
It's been 4 to 5 years.
And enable high-speed complex games.
Time flies.
With character counts reaching into the hundreds.
What the heck game is that?
That can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast
Ghost of
panoramas to
Tsushima.
explore.
Love that game.
Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements.
Love this
including
game too.
Reflections off of water or glass. And the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds. And data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited. Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see.
Oh crap, I even forgot about this game. Returnal, right?
Finally,
I forgot all about that game. I think it was called Returnal.
What your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering.
And the other one's
These
just
modes might also
performance.
have enhanced detail or use
The
more ray
gameplay.
tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier, and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run 60 frames per second.
It's what I always pick. I'd rather the game run the way it needs to, so I
Mainly by
can
reducing the
have a fun time
graphical
playing
detail
it,
until those frame rates can be achieved.
rather than it
When
look
asked to
good.
decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the
See.
time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big three involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super
Good
smooth
gameplay,
60
terrible
frames per
story.
second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Yeah.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity.
It is crazy. I can actually tell a decent difference.
Has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that one
and
I couldn't tell as much.
Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5.
It looks smoother.
Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus performance mode.
That first
PS5,
one was,
both of which
you could
target
tell
60 frames
there was a
per second.
difference.
What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5.
Yeah,
For
a
this,
little
my
bit.
favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet and Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And
Yeah.
here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Yeah.
So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games.
It's not like
On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother
overly
and more
compelling,
responsive
you know what I mean? To
This
buy
is
it.
the big three showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library
It just
is being
looks
used
better.
quite broadly to
Looks
add
a little
pixel
smoother.
detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many
As long as I'm
approaches
having
there are
fun, I don't really
advantages.
care.
The
You know what I
increase in raw
mean?
GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing.
And you got to think, is it worth
improvements to
another
lighting
$500 to
and visual
$600? Like, it's Pro. That PS5 was $500, so it's probably gonna be like $600. Is it really worth that?
Dwarf's orders.
Just for it to look a little bit better and look smoother? I
Ray
mean,
tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates.
and it's
The
like
faster
barely. It's
hardware
not
in
like
PS5
overly
Pro
different.
Can make a
You know what I
real
mean?
difference.
It's not like going from PS4 to
Allowing
PS5.
Gran Turismo 7 to add ray traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy. Allowing
Ooh,
not
that
only
does
for
look
better
nice.
reflections and a greater variety of
I
reflective
loved that
surfaces,
game.
but also for further realism in the casting.
Oh,
of
such a
shadows.
good game.
I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
Okay. Interesting design. We knew this was going to be one of the games. Easy.
It'll be worth it.
Okay.
What's with all the neon?
Loved Ghost of Tsushima. Such a good game. That's like one of the very few games that I've 100% completed all the way through. I've gotten everything in the game. Alan Wake. Holy crap. $700? That's 100 more than I thought. And it said stand sold separately? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. No way. Vertical stand sold separately. Are you kidding me? Who the hell came up with that idea? Yeah, including tax, this is literally $700. What in the hell? It was like good changes, don't get me wrong. You know, they took an aspect of the PS5 that they knew was an interesting mechanic that allowed you to choose between two things so that they could optimize and I guess prioritize which play style you like, whether you really care about the graphics or if you really care about the gameplay and the smoothness. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Great. I get that. Is it $200 worth of a drastic change? Like, that's wild. That's like a new console level of, well, I mean, it is a new console, but it's like an upgraded version of a console. It's not like going, like I said, it's not like going from PS4 to PS5 or going from PS4 Pro to PS5. It's not. It's really, really not the same. That's where I could see a $200 to $300 rise in a price. And even then, I still think the PlayStation 5 is very expensive. Granted, it plays far, far better and looks far better than the PlayStation 4, even the Pro. But, yeah, I do not know if this is worth $700. We are getting scarily close to consoles being $1,000 no matter what. This is getting wild. So what does this mean? PlayStation 5 or 6 is going to end up being like $800 to $900, and then the Pro of that's going to be $1,000 to $1,000, couple $100. This is getting ridiculously wild, especially in this economy. And it's gotten so bad that they're selling the vertical stand separately. When I got my PlayStation 5, it came with the stand. How else are you supposed to stand that stupid thing? It looks like an air conditioning, what do you call it, fan. One of the standing air conditioning fans. You can't lay it on its side because of the way that it's shaped. It's got curves, and it curves toward the back and kind of wider near the front. You really can't stand it any other way. I mean, I guess you could just stand it as is. I don't know. This is stupid. $700 just to not even get the stand. At least throw the stand in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And the worst part is, I don't even think it's the newer controller neither. If you're going to be selling a PlayStation 5 Pro, sell it with the brand new PlayStation controller. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a Pro PlayStation controller, isn't there? So sell that with that. Then maybe it's worth $700. If you include the stand. But not only are you keeping the regular controller with it, you're also not putting the stand in the box. What, do you gotta buy the cord separately too? Oh, Jesus. This is stupid. This is dumb. This is what my worry has been for a while, is that we're going to get to a point that these consoles and these games and stuff are getting so expensive that they're just going to be unbuyable for any low to middle class, which 90 to 80% of America is, let alone the rest of the world. You know what I mean? This is dorky as hell. Available November 7th of 2024. How many of these do you think are going to actually be sold? 10? Like, I don't know. This is stupid. The stand is what's really pissing me off. I know it's a tiny little thing, but at the end of the day, the stand is what keeps it sturdy so it doesn't fall over. Why would you take this? It's a plastic stand. It's literally like the cheapest thing you could possibly have in this box. And you're racking the price on this all the way up to $700. Why not just add the fucking stand? What's it gonna change? Stupid. So stupid. Yeah, my reaction to this is, what in the hell? There is no value out of this, almost damn near at all. They took away the option to go between fidelity and performance mode, and they tried to make them better so that you have a combined experience, to where you won't have to make that decision between the two, which is a cool idea, right? Great idea. I agree. They don't have a stand with it. They keep the regular controller, and they add barely any new design other than a couple little stripes, black stripes or ridges on the side of the PlayStation Pro. The PS5 Pro. Yeah, do I think this is a good idea? No. Do I think it's worth it? No. Do you get any good value that's worth $700? Hell no. Do I think that the controller's good? Hell no. If it's a Pro, then it should have a Pro controller. And what do I think about the stand? How dare you? It should be in the box, especially if I'm forking out $700 for that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Almost nothing changes with this, except one aspect of the PlayStation 5. At that point, just buy a PlayStation 5. You'll save yourself $200 plus the additional however many dollars that you need to buy the stand. Because the PlayStation 5 comes with a stand, it comes with the exact same controller, and it does damn near the exact same thing. Yeah, this is a whole load of horseshite. I think now I understand why this is number one on trending. Not for a good thing. Not for a good thing. YouTube is lucky that they took away the dislike button counter on this, because all it shows you is the like counter. And we've got 2 million views and only 83K likes. I would love to see what the dislike counter is. I would not be surprised if it is up there with 83K or higher. I would not be surprised. Let me look at the comments here. 700 with no vertical stand and disk drive. I didn't even fucking notice that neither. There's no disk drive. You can't even use a disk for this neither. It's all digital. It's all digital. So not only can you not use disked games, it also doesn't come with a stand, and it's the regular controller. This is so stupid. It ended so abruptly after the price reveal, like they just threw a flashbang in the room and ran. Yeah, because they basically did. This is the biggest. Yeah, this is wild. 800 euro in Europe without a fucking disk drive is crazy. Yeah, so a lot of people are not happy about this. 5.8K likes on that comment alone. 18K likes on the it ended so abruptly. 700 with no vertical stand. That has 22K. That's what I'm saying. It's got 83K likes, but I would love to see what the dislike button is right now. Play has no limits. $700 US is a serious limit. Yeah, like I said, in this economy especially, that is definitely a limit. There is definitely limits to play on this one. $700 without a disk drive is diabolical. Someone said that's too generous. They should have sold the controller separately too. Yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised they didn't do that. That's funny. And just sad. Yeah, will I be getting this? Hell no. I'm gonna be saving that $700 to live. I do not just have $700. Neither does most people, to just fork out for something that barely changes your gaming experience and gives you damn near the same shit that you had beforehand, minus the gaming stand for the console. Hell no. That is not worth it at all. If you guys enjoyed my reaction to this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. Do you think this is good? I think this is a whole load of shit. Are you going to get one? Let me know down in the comments, because I would love to reply to you and ask why. Why you think that this would be a good purchase. Very, very confused as to who thought this was a good idea. And as always, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Peace.